My friends be like, y'all be drunk as fuck.
Welcome to Soule Sister Podcast. Today's quote is: "The most beautiful discovery true friends can make is that they can grow separately without ever growing apart." And that's by Elizabeth Foley.
Hey, so we are back. Welcome to episode 3 of Soule Sister Podcast. I'm Kia.
I'm Brianna.
I'm KJ.
And we just want to welcome you. This week's episode is called What About Your Friends? And today we are talking about all about friends. How many of us have them? Friends. Woo! Friends we can depend on. Friends.
Okay.
So yes, it's all about friendship today. Bree, kick it off.
Friendships. So basically, what does it mean to be a friend?
Well,
And it's a lot that can definitely tie into friendships.
Such a broad question. It's a great question. My mom often says this quote or this saying about friends. She said, we're with any like relationships that you have in your life, people who can add, protect, and correct your life. So somebody who is adding, so we're whole people. We're not, broken people. Yep. We're not waiting on people to like dedicate our happiness or dictate, X, Y, and Z. We're whole people. So someone who could add to that joy and the happiness that you already have, somebody that can protect you from anything. Like if they sticking up for you, like if it's a bunch of people talking shit about you, that friend is that person saying like, nah, this
especially if they know what's up and if they know what's right.
Period. Right. So the protection part and then the correction part. Somebody who could correct you when you like fucking up, hold you accountable, different things like that. So I think that's like what a friend is. So I've kind of like internalized that, like just borrowing that from my mom. Like, yeah, a friend is somebody who could add, protect, and correct to your life. What is a friend to you?
That was good. That was really good. But no, yeah, so it's all of that. And it's also, like somebody that's there, like no matter what. They go through every changes of life with you and just like have your back through it all, and that one person you can count on for like anything, anytime, anywhere. You got that one person that's there through it all to help you get through this craziness of life.
Okay, so like with me, friendship is definitely it plays a big role to me because I am the only girl. I always like to be around like good positive energy, no matter if it's family, because your family can be your friend too. Your mother is your best friend, those that got those type of mothers that they could sit down and talk to. And just having somebody outside and bringing them into your home, getting to know you, getting to know your business, that is definitely a big thing. And I definitely take friendship serious. I feel like those that can understand you and not judge you, especially for the ones that don't, like if you fell out for a couple of days or a week or so with that friend, they never bring old shit up or tell your business. I definitely feel like as though they should, check in on you from time to time, because you can have that type of day or that month that you just down. You don't have anybody to talk to, nobody to even like listen to. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that should play a major role too, as well as just being there.
Definitely.
KJ?
I did, ma'am. So basically, like, how do you know that you're a friend? Like, what qualities do you guys bring?
I know that I'm a good friend because of like just the energy that I put out into people. I am a person that really prides herself on being like understanding, non-judgmental, motivating, inspiring. Like I am the type of friend that if you got a basketball game or something, or you selling something, or you want to bounce an idea off of me, I am definitely that type of friend who will listen offer feedback when asked, and just really just like be that emotional support for people. And I think I reciprocate that type of energy because I definitely, looking at my friendships, I receive that back.
Yeah.
Like, I can honestly say I don't have friendships in my life where I feel as if people are like snaking me, or, you know, they don't have my best interests at heart, or different things like that. Like, I really feel like I have such a great group of people around me because I put that out and I attract it back. And it's like, it's kind of like the law of attraction. Like, whatever you put out into the world, you'll definitely receive it back. And so I really just feel like, yeah, I know that I'm a good friend because of how people come together to support me, have my best interests at heart, root for me. They motivate me. They inspire me. They hold me accountable. Like, that's a really big piece in friendship for me. Like, are you holding me accountable? Because it's like, I don't have what you would call like yes men.
Right.
In my circle of friends. Like, they'll be like, nah, kid, you tweaking, you know. Maybe you should have you thought about doing or thinking about something in this type of light. And it's just like, oh damn, like, all right, like, this is the type of shit I might be sensitive or offended at first, you know, because I'm sensitive. But when I really like sit and think about it, it's just like, no, I needed that. I needed this person to hold me accountable. I needed this person to call me out on my shit.
Okay.
I needed like, I needed this person to serve the role of whatever they're serving. So I think that's how I know that I'm a good friend, because number one, just the energy that I put out into the world, and number two, I'm always looking for ways to like improve and be a better friend towards people, no matter how long or how short I've known them.
Yeah. Like, when it comes to me being a good friend, I'm definitely that supportive friend. I like to support everything that you do, you know, when it comes to the littlest things. Like, birthdays are definitely a big thing to me. We have to always celebrate that extra year, and why not celebrate your friend life or any accomplishments that they will have, you know. Also, I feel as though like being a friend, it definitely
Jake, you better edit this. You better edit this, Jake.
okay, so it basically is like you have to know how to take constructive criticism. Like, you can't be that friend that get told about yourself but don't know how to take it and help you. You know what I'm saying? I do know that I am that type of friend. Like, I tell it like it is. I don't really care how you feel, but I definitely am the type to say it in a good, expecting, positive way. I'm not going to be like, bitch, you did this. I am going to try to make it as the best way that I could give it to you.
Say it with love.
Exactly.
You
with
say
passion, with love. Like, you know, I want you to do better. Like, because this is not cool.
Right. I feel like this. You are truly someone's friend, and you truly love and care about people when you hold them accountable. Because if I wasn't your friend, I would be a yes person. I would be watching you self-destruct, and I wouldn't say shit.
Right.
But because I love and I care about you and I support you and I want to see you be the best version of yourself every day, I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, like, you're tweaking, you're not being your best self. And you know, these are the steps you probably need to consider to becoming your best self, because I know you better than that.
Exactly.
Period.
And then, like, I'm that friend that just like to have fun. Like, all of my friends could definitely count on me for a good time. Like, if you need to get your mind off something, let's go get a drink. Let's go do this. Or I could just come over. And I'm necessarily not the best person that knows how to console. Like, especially, like, when I was, like, back in the day, like, high school or whatever, like, I did not know how to comfort people. Like, it was weird to me. But I just be around them and bring my energy, and that's what give whatever I can offer.
Sometimes
to
that's
make
all they
a
need,
day.
though.
Yeah,
They
because
just need
sometimes I
somebody
do
there.
feel like you don't want to overdo it, because some people don't want that. They just
Yeah.
want to be where they are, and being a listening ear and not talking is a good thing as well. when it comes to, friendships, what about you?
So I'm definitely like you, that one friend that's like there, like I'm not judgmental at all, and it's like if they going through something, I'm the one that's they hit me up like, let's go get drunk. Okay, where you want to go? Like I'm the type of person, help them get their mind through, like get their mind off of things. I'm like the friend that like don't want to see my friend face things like alone. Like try to be there and help them through anything. Like you need to borrow some money, they hit me up, like stuff like that. Like just always being there. Loyalty is definitely a good thing. Once again, like you said, not like the yes man person. Like let them. You want to let your friend live their best life and do what makes them happy. But then when to step in. Like if you have to. Like okay, look, you kind of tweaking. I'm gonna need you to do this instead of that. Help them get through. Like I said earlier, like help get through life together and stuff. Like I'm definitely the one that all my friends come to. Like for anything, and I'm always down to listen or whatever you need. I'll be there to do whatever.
So would you say that the roles in your friendships, you're the person that people come to, but do you also have, this question is to both of y'all, do you also have those people that you can go to about anything, or do you feel kind of like
we take away,
like just kind of reserved when it comes to coming to people?
I think I do. Like honestly, everybody in my circle is someone that I could go to, and I just feel like because it is reciprocated. Sometimes you have to know, like you do have those friends for certain reasons and know who can take what information and just make you feel better, but also give you the real shit and the real breakdown of why are you feeling, counsel you basically and run you through it to make you know what did you do wrong, Brianna. I definitely want that type of friend to do that. And honestly, all my doctors, Lord, they like doctors though, but Lord, but all of my friends definitely bring something to the table, and you should never go to the table empty-handed. If you want that type of friendship, be that type of friend.
Yep. So, I would have to say, like, pretty much all my friends, I could talk to them about anything. It's two main ones that I talk to, but I talk to my best friend, like, the most. Like, I know she gonna keep it 100 regardless. And she, like, actually, sit and listen and actually get feedback and, like, kind of like counseling. Like, she actually, pop up with a bottle of wine and we just talk for hours. And, like, you be feeling so much better after you, like, get done talking to them. So I definitely do have those friends I can talk to.
So how do you, with any relationship in our lives, there definitely has to be a balance of give and take. So how do you all set boundaries within your friendships, and what does that look like to you? Like, what do healthy boundaries look like to you all?
I think it's important to, you can give your friends advice, but you also have to understand that at the end of the day, they're going to make their own decisions. So you got to, not take that to heart, and you got to kind of let them do what they do, live their life. Like with my best friend, like when she gets into a relationship, I got to understand, like, okay, she going to be unavailable for a little minute. Like, okay, I'll be like, bitch, you get on my nerves. But it's like, I understand. Like, I'm going to let you do you, live your best life. I'm still going to be here. Just make sure, you make some time for me sometimes. But
what does making time for you look like? And within a friendship,
I like to hang out with my friends. Well, I would like to see them. Like I feel like girls need girl time. Like at least like look, if I had like the perfect world, it'd be like maybe once or twice a week. But everybody's schedules, they don't always work out like that. But girl time is definitely needed often, especially, as you get older and you go through things like you be needing your girls. So like,
and I never been through it to where like I lived with a man and just needed to get the fuck away.
Yeah, no, me either.
I never been like that, but I've always been that type of friend that if I got into a relationship, I never diss my girls. Like if they need to kick it, or if I want to kick it and they want to kick it, let's do it. I mean, your man is gonna be there, but your friend's gonna always be there. Yeah. Like my friends been through all of my relationships for me, with me. Saw me cry, saw me do all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing like your friends. And it's a lot of females that's out here that will just want to be with a man. I'm finna be with him. Girl, I'm finna kick. Like, girl, you always with him. And it don't even just be that specific boyfriend, but you see a pattern that with every man that they get, they be that thirsty or that, like, I just need to be with my man, or my man this, my man that. Like, that's cool. Like, that's good that you have a man. You know what I'm saying? We all have that at some point of time,
but
or want that, but it's still good to kick it with your friends, because at the end of the day, when something go wrong, who you gonna have?
Absolutely.
You can't just leave your friendships and forget about your friends, or not check in with your friends because you have a man.
Absolutely.
And then don't be that friend that want to kick it all the time once y'all break up. Well, what was going on? You don't even know this about my life. You don't even know if I have a man yet. You don't want to know this. Nah, don't hit my phone now. So
I used to have a friend in high school, a best friend in high school. She was dating an older guy, and basically, like, he told her to, like, stop being friends with me. Like, he was super controlling, and of course, her being the age that she was, she listened, because who knows anything at like fucking 15 or 16. And, like, that shit hurt me. Like, I really feel like friend breakups.
That's the worst.
Friendship
breakups.
Oh, my God. And I'm already extremely sensitive. So, when that happened, I was just like, damn, like, who do I, and as an adult, like, I used to take it really personal when my friends would be all about their boyfriends, but I began to understand maybe their significant other is like their peace. Yeah. And, while they would like to maintain and keep up certain social skills with their friends, maybe they're just like not at the ability to. But I think when it comes to friendships and just like boundary setting, that's super important. Like, any relationship that you have, it has to be a balance. So you cannot give too much, and you also cannot give too little. And you also just don't want to be taken advantage of as a friend. So, for example, I have a friend who, one of her boundaries that she has with her other friends is that she does not loan out money to us. She only loans out money if it's like a close family member, or maybe like her significant other.
And I get that.
And I get that, and I understand that. And her reason behind that was because she has been burned, not by me, but has been burned by like too many former friends, over exerting herself, and just really, like, when you don't have boundaries with people, you will be you will be a very angry and depressed person when you do not have boundaries with people. So it's super important to like have just boundaries with people, healthy boundaries, like, being able to speak up for yourself and say like, yo, I love you. This boundary I'm setting does not mean that I love you any less. However, I'm doing this so I can keep my own personal peace. And I've learned to respect that, because it's like, okay, I get it. I understand. I'm not mad at you. I don't fault you. But having, and just being like, another boundary is, for me personally, making sure like I'm in a nice mental state to even talk about like certain issues, because we feel like just because people are our best friends, we feel like they're available to us 24/7.
Because I'm finna head on.
And that's not true. Like, that's not true. Like, you need to, that person who's always giving you great advice,
can be going
always listening. Motherfuckers have their own shit to deal with. And can you check in on them?
Yes.
Can you? So something me and one of my close homegirls do. We've been doing this for about a year. We asked each other like certain things, like, are you in the mental state? Like, are you in the mental state to listen to this? And two, after we tell each other like what we're going through, okay, how would you like to be supported right now? That is probably the best question we could have introduced to each other, because it's creating some type of action step. Okay, how would you like to be supported right now? Is it prayer? Do you need some coins? Do you want to have a night on the town? Do you just want us positive vibes? Like, what do you need right now in order to be supported? And sometimes it's simply nothing. Sometimes it's simply, I just wanted to vent. And listen. And that's it.
And they don't, and you necessarily don't even need to have a comeback to whatever the person is telling you. Because sometimes
they just got to get it out.
Just listen.
They just got to get it out.
Just be that listening friend. And that is something that I've started to work on with myself, because I do I identify myself in like in a friendship. I could be that person. I want to give my advice or want to give my opinion, but I am learning, and you grow every day. You learn every day from different situations to just be that ear for someone and not always have a comeback. And like Kia said, like when it comes to asking your friend that you want to give information to if you going through something, it is very important because they could be in a depressed stage, you know, and they love you so much, you love each other, and they want to take on your what's going on in your life, and they want to help you out, but they helping themselves out right now, so they might not even be able to reciprocate that type of affection that you might be wanting to hear because they got so much else going on.
That's a boundary I've set with myself when it comes to like my friends and just like other interpersonal relationships. I cannot take on other people's shit because I'm very empathetic. So when I make the choice to take on other people's shit, that affects me. So I learned how to maintain a boundary where I can listen to what you're going through. If you want advice or you want some feedback, I can listen to it. But once we are done with the conversation, I have literally trained myself not to take on or internalize that shit. Because your shit on top of my shit, I can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
Like,
That's like with any relationship, too.
Right.
And
Any
no
relationship.
jealousy at all within this conversation is like, we're not trying to put on jealous topics. It's just the realness of wanting to know like how to be this better friend and what we can allow and what we can't allow. Like,
that's definitely true.
you know, getting into the judgment zone, like, are you the type to hold a grudge? Are you the type of friend to hold a grudge for a long time or even a short period of time?
I think I used to, but as I start getting older, it's just like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, you know, life goes on, shit
tiring.
happens. Right. That's just, I've been learning to, you know, certain things don't deserve your energy. So it's like, I used to be that petty type that want to hold a grudge, like, no, fuck with you again because you did this. But it's like, now it's just like,
Whatever.
I've just be like, whatever.
Like, girl, I'm grown.
Right. I think when you establish healthy boundaries with people, you don't need to hold a grudge.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of just like, okay, so this person may have forgot to call you on your birthday, but you never know. I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Girl, fuck the benefit of the doubt.
And I think people be like, you too nice, kid. But like, no, I really do try to give people the benefit of the doubt. So it's like when you establish healthy boundaries with people, you can't really like get mad at them. When you don't have healthy boundaries with people, it's like, how the hell you gonna be mad at other people because you don't have no boundaries? You're not sticking up for yourself, and you're allowing yourself to be a doormat essentially. Right. So it's kind of just like, no, pettiness is something that I'm working through. But like, nah, I can't hold a grudge because life is short. Like, one of my deepest fears is like being mad as fuck and they die.
I swear to God. Like, damn, me and Cece was cool as hell, and y'all knew this. But I ain't fuck with her because of this, and she ain't fuck with me because of this. But it is what it is.
Yeah. So I just, life is short. Life is short. I believe in forgiving often, but also like just being able to
just can't be forgiven.
True, and we'll get into that. Like what would make you stop me and someone's friend? Yeah. But like life is short. Forgive often. Be as understanding as you can. Don't really try to take shit personal, and honestly, just, you know, set boundaries. Like, boundaries are so important to any healthy functioning relationship. So it's kind of just like, you know, I kind of like do mental checklists in my head. Like, all right, did you cross the boundary? And you know about the boundary? Okay, so I gotta watch you. And then if you cross it too, like, you get 3 strikes with me
and you're out.
And it's cause I kind of think of it like, I was okay before I knew you, before you came into my life, and I will be okay after.
Afterwards. Hello.
So it's kind of just like, Nah, I wouldn't say I am growing into a person who does not hold grudges. Like, I am really trying to like practice this art of just letting go. And what does that look like for me? So, of course, like, it's, you can forgive. Okay, cool. I get that piece. But being able to like move forward, but also maintain healthy boundaries, because you can. I don't believe in forgive and forget. I don't believe in that.
Hell
But
no,
I
you ain't
also
finna
don't.
forget it.
But I also don't believe in forgive. Yet every time I'ma throw it in your
Right,
face.
keep bringing it
I
up.
don't believe
That
in that
ain't cool
either.
either.
I believe in forgiving
You know what happened?
and setting those boundaries for the future. Okay, so this is what happened in the past, and these are the boundaries that I'm setting. Are you gonna adhere to them? Yes or no? Because if you can't, you get the fuck on. But if you can, we can make some shit work.
Or not even like I say, me seeing like I had, a friend growing up or whatever, and it was like shit that was said that was like, damn, we wasn't even mad over this, but you just threw it back in my face. So now she's the female that I would see at a party or at an event that we both know the person who throwing it or whatever, and I say hi and I keep it moving. I mean, I'm not just gonna totally dish you, but you should know better now. You probably didn't know better then, so I'm not gonna hold that against you. But it's certain things that you do and certain things that you don't do. And I'm a friendly ass person. So I feel like if I don't fuck with you, it's because of a real good motherfucking reason. Like, I forgive so much. Like, my best friend tell me, like, you just so nice. Like, and I be like, am I really? Like, am I really that nice? But I could see I can be nice. I give hella chances.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a lot that you will go through with somebody, but you don't want to be evil and you don't want to be conniving, and then you don't want to speak on that person's past.
Absolutely.
I definitely believe, a firm believer, and if they tell you something,
Keep that shit to yourself.
Seek
Period.
in with yourself. Don't tell your other friends somebody if it's they beefing. You know, you don't want to get in the middle. You don't want to be no parts, and you just want to keep positive energy. No matter what that girl did or that dude did, keep that shit to yourself.
Absolutely.
Because it could get messy.
Absolutely. KJ, what would make you stop being someone's friend?
You gotta do like some really fucked up disloyal stuff for me to like not want to be your friend and cut you off. Like, I'm like you. Like, I'm like super nice. Like, I'm very forgiving, very understanding about a lot of stuff. So it's like, I try not to take a lot of stuff to heart, but like, you gotta do like some really, like really, really fucked up stuff. Like, I don't know, like sleep with somebody that I'm messing
What's the
with.
most fucked up thing a friend has ever done to you? Both of y'all.
That's a deep, good one. Shit.
Well, I had this friend that fucked around with somebody I was talking to behind my back and like lied about it and kept it a secret. Like, literally, like creeping around this person behind my back. It's like, y'all hanging out together. And the whole time y'all fucking, we all together chilling. Y'all, neither one of y'all got, and y'all was just kicking it, and you just ain't said nothing. And like, this was a best friend, so it was even worse. Like, damn, like it was just all bad. But that was like the worst thing, though.
I honestly cannot think right now. Like, what's the worst thing somebody, like a friend, ever did to me? Like, I really can't think. They probably did something I just don't know. I really can't think, y'all. Like, I don't know.
I think the worst thing. Here I go telling my business.
Okay, I want to talk about this again. Oh well, fuck it.
I think the worst thing a friend, someone I considered a friend, has done to me was listen to me talk about just all the things I had been through with different guys, and then we crossed the boundary, and he turned around to me and just been like those niggas.
Okay, so yeah, that's true, and
that's a little heartbreaking.
Yeah.
If we thinking about, because I'm thinking about female friends, but friends can be males too, and it could be a boyfriend too. So like, I had that, like the guy that I was in a relationship with, in school, in college, and we grown. I'm living in a bubble. I'm in a 4-year relationship. Like, I ain't really out here to the world, but when I finally step out of the 4-year relationship, I'm in college, I'm learning. he goes and steps out of the relationship and hiding her, impregnating her, got her thinking they in a relationship too. So now you got 2 girlfriends. Oh, okay. So now here come crazy Brianna. The Brianna you don't.
The Rihanna,
The
we
Brianna you don't want to
know.
okay. And you know, I learned a lot from that relationship. It definitely woke me up, and I've definitely been out of the bubble ever since then.
You know, we need stuff like that, though.
We definitely do. That's a part of growing up,
Yeah.
and that's opening your eyes. Like, it gets real out here dating.
Right.
And I never saw that until that relationship. And it be that one relationship that really tries you and tests you to your limits. And I was hurt, y'all. Like, I was hurt. I needed my girlfriends to come over. Like, my girlfriends was riding to me to death do us part when I was in this relationship. Okay? Staying over. Like, shit like that. But, you know, you live and you learn and just get better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's kind of like you don't, while that can taint your views on like just friendships and moving forward and like dating and different things like that, you literally, I'm really just in a space where I like to practice like being open and receptive to like new partnerships and new friendships. And it's just like, just because you've known somebody for a long ass time does not mean that they're gonna ride with you to the end.
Okay.
You know, like you have to, even with friendships that you've, like people you've been friends with a very, very long time, you have to relearn them as you get older. Like I think about my best friend, and me and him have been friends since we were 15 years old. So that's 10 years of friendship. I think about my friends from freshman year of college, my best friend from freshman year of college. We had to relearn each other. You have to reintroduce yourself, because as you grow, as you get older, as you obtain wisdom, like people change.
Grow with you.
People change, and you have to like learn. Okay, reintroduce yourself. Assess if this friendship is worth keeping, and then okay, if it's worth keeping, how do we stay friends as adults now? And that has like in my journey, that has been like the most interesting thing, because some of the things that we were interested in like 4 or 5 years ago, we're not interested in that shit no more.
People got families now. Like your friends having kids, your friends moving out of state. Then you got other friends that's just doing their thing or doing something different that you're not interested in. But for some reason, like me personally, like I've kept friendships for a long time.
Cause what's y'all longest friendships?
My longest friendship is 20 years, y'all.
Damn.
Like, I know. Her name Rosie, and we honestly like departed like ways. It's funny I said depart ways, but we departed ways like when we went to high school, and then we had what is it called? A friend. We had a familiar friend on both mutual. A mutual
Cut it
friend.
out.
No, but my friend is Rosie, and we had a mutual friend that basically like brought us back together, and like me and her is, you know, still cool. But we're not as tight as we used to be. You know, she went about her, you know, she doing her thing and I'm doing my thing, and then when I see her, I see her. But she's still there for like big events and stuff like that.
That's what matters.
But like my friendship, the longest that I'm still like rocking with like forever is it'll be 16 years.
Wow.
Two of my friends, so we was all met when we was 10, you know, and everybody is doing their thing. They have kids now. Shout out to my friend Chris. She just had her baby.
Hey.
So cute. And then my friend Deshauna, like we met in band, like at church, and me and Deshauna went to high school with each other as well. But it's just like seeing the friendship grow, and we still close. We still silly. Like, I love it. We know, like my friends, we all kept that key part of our friendship. We gonna grow and we gonna go to different places and we gonna do this and do that, but we still know what my friend at. Like,
right.
I gotta go back home. Like, we gotta kick it, girl. We gotta catch up. Like, this, that, and the third. Like, It's what's up. But shout out to
Already. Look.
shout out to all my
Shout out
girls
to
that
my
know what it is. Deja, hello. Look, Deja, Essence, Chantel, Mike, Tevin, Jess, Damo. Like y'all
Squad.
know what it is. Period.
Period.
Nah, but it's some more friends that I have, but y'all know what it is.
I'm trying to think how long me and my best friend been friends. I think we've been friends I've been knowing her since I was like
And
little.
Amanda. I'm sorry.
Okay, Amanda. Don't forget about Amanda. I think we've been friends for it probably been close to 20 years, actually. It's probably been 16, maybe 18 years. We've been friends for a long time. And then my other friends, they pretty much know me since I was younger too. And then I have, pretty much a lot of my friends, we all been knowing each other, grew up with each other. But me and my best friend, literally just been rocking since we was younger. So yeah, it's been probably 18 years.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
And she's a mom now, so
Yes.
I got a goddaughter.
Yay.
And she's younger than me, and it's just so amazing, seeing the growth from I just girl, look at you. I'm so proud of you, because she on her shit. So
Okay.
it's definitely I don't think I would made it through life without her.
No,
she the
real
one that
shit.
we keep each other balanced. I feel we know each other better than we know ourselves.
And I feel it's just amazing seeing those friends that y'all was once little girls, running around, being fast and having fun.
Right.
They are grown women now. I seen all of my friends grow up to be such amazing, inspirational women to me. Girl, how did you do it? I wouldn't know how to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just on their P's and Q's. I'm proud of each and every one of y'all. For real.
Okay.
I'm proud of each and every one of
Let
y'all.
me shout man out too. My best friends,
I don't have any childhood best friends anymore. You grow up and you grow apart from people. Fortunately, unfortunately, I mean I feel everybody has a season in your life, but I would say my two main best friends, and then just people I'm extremely close to. I just feel I get such good feelings when I am around these people. So I mean, time doesn't mean anything to me. It's about loyalty, how we help each other grow, what we pour into each other, just different things like that. That makes me feel okay, we friends.
Right.
And that's just that on that. And we ain't never gonna stop being friends until it's time for us to stop being friends. So I question what is it easy for y'all to make friends? How do you make friends? Especially if as we're adults now.
Yeah.
Are y'all typically the no new friends type, or are you open and receptive?
I'm that open person. I love making new friends, and I feel I could go somewhere by myself and make a room full of friends. You just honestly have to find that common trait that you guys could have and talk about, and just a vibe and energy is everything. You know what a bad vibe is, and you know when you can't really mess with a person like that or get close to them.
Yeah.
I always feel not to be cocky, but I feel I do let off a positive vibe, because I'm always positive in a situation. I never go up to somebody, introduce myself to somebody, or looking at somebody crazy, with negativity. You don't know what that person been through. You don't know what that person can teach you, okay? Or any type of, connection to who or whatever you want to do in life.
Yeah, I'm definitely open to making new friends. And it's all about the energy. It's all about the energy.
Definitely.
Sometimes it'd be so random. I'll meet somebody out at the bar or something, and we just click that night. Girl, you guys get fucked up. You twerk too. It'd be all this stuff like that. And it's if I hang out with you and you got a good vibe, I don't mind kicking it with you and calling you a friend and hitting you up to chill. But if y'all vibe off, I'll just be yeah, you cool, but no.
I ain't gonna. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm a little, I don't know. I think I am definitely open and receptive to new friends. I mean, hey, co-host.
Right.
But like, I am very like, I have to observe. I have
You
to
be
watch
thinking,
it.
like, why are you so trying to be so close to me? Like,
I really do.
I do too. Why you want to hang out
really
with me?
Like me.
Who the fuck am
I mean, I understand why you want to hang out with me because like my energy.
Like, is this set up?
But I feel like somebody's trying to
Set me
up.
up.
No, but like no, like just like being open and receptive. Like I really try. I read energy, like for real. Like I catch a vibe and I observe. Like I'm definitely an observant type. And like intuition will never fucking fail you. Mm-hmm. The only time intuition fails us is when we fail it. You feel me? Like when we ignore that shit. Like when intuition tells us, no, that's not somebody you should be fucking with.
Yeah, something
that's
right.
somebody. That's not somebody you should be fucking with.
Yeah, you gotta listen to that.
And then you don't listen. That's the only time intuition fails, and really that's a character flaw within ourselves. But this year especially, I've been so open and receptive to new friends, new partnerships, new everything. Mm-hmm. Like if it's good for me, I want parts. Mm-hmm. Period. Mm-hmm. So thus far, I have not been let down. I would say shout out to my co-host. But like and like I said, you have to get to know like your friends that you've had for a long time, because like even with my best friends, 15 to 25 ain't the same no more. So you gotta kind of like relearn your friends, reintroduce yourself to your friends, different things like that. And so, which leads me to my question. So all of us are like post-grad, we're out of college, different things like that. Like, have you all noticed like any type of just like changes within your friendships? And like, how do you adapt to those changes after college when it comes to friendship?
Well, like with my closest friends that I was in college with, like we still connect, we still link up, and like them my home girls, like ride it as, you feel me, been through it. Cause I feel like when I went to college, that's when I really started to become a woman and started to notice things. I'm living on my own. I'm cooking. Mm-hmm. Something might happen. I might need to borrow a few dollars. Mm-hmm. I might need you to come pick me up. I might need you to bail me out of jail for a night. You feel me? Like, it comes to friendships when you don't have family around you and your friends become your family.
Absolutely.
Like, with my friendships, like, from college, I met them freshman year. Like, my new friends, like Jasmine and Dominique, met them freshman year. It was me, her. I said me, her. Jasmine, Dominique, and then it was my best friend, Khadijah. Me and my best friend, Khadijah, we've been best friends since high school, freshman year of high school. Mm-hmm. So she was already my best friend, and we went to college together. Mm-hmm. But it was all four of us. We was the only black girls on our floor. So we was like, y'all, it's freshman year, like first night. Like, where y'all going tonight? Mm-hmm. What we going here? We was kicking it. You hear me? So them just stayed my friends like throughout all of my years, like families, we know each other like sisters. You know what I'm saying? But just seeing, my college friends, because we are talking about college friends or, older, just seeing them, what they went through and how they love you and how much advice they could give you with growing into themselves. You have to definitely like be able to be the same way to them. When it comes to how can a person grow with knowing each other for, all those times and years and stuff, I feel like just, you honestly too have to give friends space.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm a firm believer of that, because without you giving, they're going to get tired of you. They got shit to do. They trying to grow. They trying to be focused. You should be trying to be focused. I mean, checking up on each other, you feel me, once a week, once a month, that's fine. And with social media now, you could see their ass and see what they doing all the time, every day.
I agree with that, but with the social media piece, people, how often we show our like best moments on social media, but some motherfuckers can be hurting. So it definitely pays to like have a phone call,
That's true.
text session, like, yo, how are you really fucking doing? Don't
Yeah.
fucking lie to me. This
Right.
is how I talk to my friends. Like, don't lie to me. How are you doing? And, you know, hopefully, like, they feel comfortable enough with me to be like, nah, G, despite these smiling ass pictures you see on the gram or on Snapchat,
Real shit.
I'm hurting. And I'm like, okay, well, how can I support you? You know, so
Yeah.
I think that's definitely
That's important.
That's
Very
super important.
important.
Like, just to get to know your friends, especially like if you've been friends with them for an extremely long time, and understanding like what roles go into your friendship. So today we kind of learned about like the full circle to complete a transaction, and we kind of like related it to like you have different friends for different shit. Period.
Okay.
Like I can't go to every single friend about the same thing.
Exactly.
And that's okay. Like that's super okay. That doesn't take away anything from that particular
Right.
friend.
Right.
It's more so like, all right, I understand the role that you play in my life, so let me assign it to you. So we learned about like the innovator, a person that like creates an idea, you know, and be like, all right, I got an idea. And I feel like this is kind of me.
Like fun
Yeah.
shit, spontaneous person.
Right.
Fun,
Like,
spontaneous. Like, this is kind of me, you know. Like, all right, I'm the innovator. I'm going to come up with an idea, and that's about it.
And since I'm telling you, what you gonna do about it? Is we gonna do this?
Who's with me?
Okay.
Most people always agree, like, yeah, that's a great ass idea. All right, how we gonna execute it?
Right.
So then it goes down to like, all right, the performer, like who promotes like what we need to make happen.
Like, how this idea gonna happen? Okay.
Right.
So we need this, we need that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what else do we need? Or even bring good shit to it. Like, you know, we could get some money off of this.
Right.
Like,
Period.
what you trying to make money? I need you in my life.
Right.
Okay?
Period.
I need
Okay.
you to help me with
I
my
need you
plan.
to. I have friends who like are all about my kid. This is what you need to do X, Y, and Z. You'll do this. You'll do that. This is how you should do it. I'll be like,
Just
damn.
make you open your eyes. Like,
Yes.
that's true.
Come
I
up with stuff
never
you would
thought
never
about
right.
it
Come with stuff
like
you never would have
that.
thought about. Like, okay.
Okay. And then what?
You got the producer. So that is the person like you delegate specific tasks
Right.
to. Like, all right, this is the idea. This is the person who's going to perform the idea, who's going to be the face of it. But we need somebody behind the scenes who going to like actually execute
Right.
that shit.
And that's usually the person that got like the tunnel vision.
Tunnel
Like, I'm gonna
vision,
get
yup.
this done when y'all need it bad. When y'all wanna do this. And they at that time cannot multitask. They
Right.
focus
They
on
put that one
Because
thing.
multitasking,
task.
honestly, y'all, to me, multitasking is trash because we feel like we getting a bunch of things done at once, but really, we taking a whole bunch of time
Man, hell yeah. Too
and
much
wasting
on
time
one
because
thing.
we're not dedicated to one specific task. It's better to do one specific task well than to do a bunch of different tasks half-assed.
Exactly.
And then to kind of like end with like your circle of transaction, you
It's
have
the
the judge. So that person who analyzes literally every single thing, knows every working piece, tells us how we can improve, just different things like that. So regarding friendship, you kind of got to like know which role do you specifically play.
Exactly.
So which in y'all personal friendships, like which role, who are y'all?
So also, like, just to elaborate, like, on judge, I feel like a judge, like, not judging you, like, bad things, but yeah.
Like good and
Basically
bad.
telling you, like, how it is, you know, sees the good things, sees the bad things,
Yeah.
letting you know what you should work on when it comes to being a judge. They just got to give you knowledge about yourself. But with me, I think I am the innovator and I'm the producer.
Okay.
I feel like I'd be like, okay, I want to do this. Let it marinate to see what everybody else come up with or see how they want to do it. And then while they thinking about how they want to do it, I'm doing it. And I'm like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want. And I mean, people, I ain't gonna lie, some people will call me bossy. Like, when it comes to going out of town, I am that friend that's making sure, Like, we not on a schedule, but we are, because if we sit up here in this Airbnb or hotel all day, the whole day will go ahead. It is Saturday. It's finna be nighttime. What club we finna go to? Period. I'm Googling, I'm searching, I'm calling. Like, y'all been here before? Let's do this. Let's do that. So I am that producer type. I want to get it done, and I'll focus on that task.
Okay, KJ, what type of out of the 4 transactions of friendship, which one are you?
I think I would have to say performer and producer.
Okay.
Like, my friends will come up with an idea, but it's like, I'll be like, with the shit. So I'll be like, okay. So it's like, let's figure out how we gonna make this happen. Like, I'm the one that want to figure out how to make it happen, like, get it done. Like, I'll get it done, you know, that tunnel vision. Also, the one that's, like, finding ways to make it happen. Like, the way, like, how we can get this done, and then let's focus on that and getting it done. Okay. So I guess I gotta say performer and producer.
Okay.
For me, I would say definitely innovator. I'm always if you know me, you know Kia always got a damn idea.
Yeah, you are an innovator.
And the crazy thing, I come up with them on the spot.
You do.
Like,
You know what?
you know what? I think this is what we should do, and y'all gonna fuck with it,
Right? Because we be like, damn, okay, yeah.
But also, I am also growing into the judge type, because I'm analyzing things. I'm always looking for ways, like, how can I improve? How can we improve? How can we put the best possible thing out there? Where is, like, the room for growth? Like, me personally, I'm not necessarily like a negative person. Like, I always start off with negative and then positives, like with any type of feedback. So I think that's what that's kind of what I am. Like, I'll come up with an idea, the execution, I'll be like,
Who is that on?
but the coming up with the idea, innovating it, and then judging it after it's all said and done, I'm just like, okay, that's definitely me. But going kind of piggybacking off of what Bree said earlier, like, she didn't become a woman until she, like, met her female friends. Like, I feel the same way, because growing up, I did not have healthy relationships with other women, other girls. But when I got to college, I met my sisters. Like, I really feel like they were a key part in my growth as a woman. Like, I learned how to be a woman just by being friends with other women. And it really, you know how some of the messages that we get as young women growing up, bitches are messy. They always want to fuck your man. They always, you know, they jealous of you. Literally have not experienced that with my tribe of women.
That's what's up.
Good.
And I think it's because of the energy. It's probably because of the energy that I put out, but also, like, they just some very thorough stand up people. Like, they just don't they don't be on that. Like, we just want to love and support each other and uplift each other and encourage and be each other's cheerleaders.
Yeah.
So
I do think with what you think, like, the importance of female friendships. Like, we should always, if you don't have no female friends,
we looking at you funny.
Out.
We looking at you funny. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at you funny if you don't got no female friends.
If they ain't got no female friends, they probably was the one.
You're probably the problem.
They was the jealous one.
You're probably the problem if you don't have female friends, because it's kind of just like everybody can't be out to snake you.
Right.
Like, we've all dealt with our fair share of snakes, but, like, you mean to tell me every bitch is out here to snake you? And you just can't get along with nobody? No, baby, it's you. What did you do? Like, I think accountability is just a very big piece in friendship. Like, what did you do? What are you doing? What type of energy are you putting?
And learn, and then even apologize for your actions. Like, apologies are so big. And, like, with me, if I feel some type of way about you, I'm going to confront you about it, and I'm going to let you know I feel some type of way about you. And if you feel some type of way, I definitely want you to express it. But don't ignore me. Don't block me.
Don't be passive aggressive.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bitterness will never get through to me, period. Like, if you bitter, and then you was my friend at that, I just feel as though you always felt some type of way about me, especially if you would ask me personal stuff. Like, Brianna, how did you do this, or how did you do that, or like what do you feel about this? Like, you always wanted my opinion, but then it goes to bitterness. Like, you're out of nowhere. Like, if I'm asking you what's wrong, I'm trying to resolve a problem. I love resolving things because I feel like we just said earlier on the show, like, you should never hold a grudge. Like, you could work out so many different things if you just talk, and that's with relationships too. Like, relationships with a female, like female relationships should always be about empowerment and growing and trying to better each other, because you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what type of people they have in their life, or it's just, it gets deeper than the little stuff that you can trip on.
Absolutely. What would make y'all stop being someone's friend? Like, have y'all ever had a person where you have to be like, oh no, we can, I don't give a fuck how long we've known each other, we cannot be friends anymore? What would make y'all stop?
Oh, I told y'all my story.
Yeah.
Well, like, not having any morals. Like, a female that has no morals, that's want to always go do crazy shit, or want to bring you along with them to do crazy shit, even though you don't rock with that, and they know you don't rock with a certain way of doing stuff or doing whatever they doing, I would definitely look at you a different type of way if you don't have any morals. Also, a person that always want to talk bad about the next person, especially a female, like this being a Black woman's empowerment podcast, we, all three of us on this panel or in this, conversation, we don't like females bashing the other female, no matter what happened, or how can you help her? Can you bring out some community events for her to go to, or counseling sessions? Like, tell her about herself. Like, it's just, I hate a female bashing another female. Like, I will unfriend you. We don't have nothing to talk about. Like, my friendships, we always talking about how we gonna get this money out here, what ideas we might have, what the next event you want to go to have fun, or whatever the case is. But bashing another female, somebody should not be the topic of your conversation. Period. And that's not a friendship if that's what it's based about.
Right.
I think what would make me stop being friends with someone is definitely a negative Nancy. Definitely a person that is unwilling to grow, and definitely a person who just refuses to hold themselves accountable. Like, damn. So the whole world is just against you.
Right.
That's what it is. No. What did you do? So, like, and then sometimes you just naturally outgrow people. Like, the things that you used to be into, or the things you used to want to do, that's not that no more.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's kind of just like, with my elementary and my high school friends, it's no love lost. Like, if I see you in public, I'm going to speak to you. But we're definitely, like, not the friends that we used to be. And that is absolutely okay. But for the most part, I think I have a really great group of friends and acquaintances and just people around me that I know have my best interests at heart. Like, I don't have to sit up and be like, oh, is this person trying to snake me? Like, I don't live in a state of paranoia anymore. Like, once upon a time, maybe that was the case, but then it's kind of just like, once you grow and you learn about energy and how to reciprocate it, I don't have to act like that no more.
Nope.
I don't have to act like that.
Or just silently move away from that person.
Right.
If you feel like that, like, it's a lot of people out here that go behind your back and do stuff. It don't even necessarily have to be bad stuff, but it could just be something that you got, and then usually they be like, how you do you like that? What's your opinion? Or where you get that from? They'll just go get it and rock it. Like, or just do stuff or try to kick it with people that you kick it with, or that they met you through, like, but not include you on the stuff. Like, hey, y'all, dang, I know y'all knew how we met through you, but like, just not include you and stuff. I feel like friendships, you should always include your friends in the, like, type of activity. If you asking one friend, you should ask the other, because friends do, or females personally, we do be feeling left out sometimes. Like, damn, so no matter if you just want to sit in the house and you just know you're not gonna go, but bitch, ask me.
That's how my best friend is. She know damn well she ain't gonna go, but you better send her as an invite, because she gonna be like, see, bitch was hanging out. You wasn't gonna come, but okay.
But sometimes, I'm always that type of person that be down for the get down.
Yeah, I'll be down.
Period, boy.
Yes, let's do it. Look, with me and my friends, when we about to, like, when we trying to go do some stuff, or like just have girl time. Like, we got this from my niece. My niece is what, like 5 or 6, and she always used to say, "I'm gonna go hang out with my hood rat friends to do hood rat things," but I'm not a hood rat. So now when me and my friends go link, we be like, "You trying to go be some hood rats? You trying to go be a drunk hoe?" Like, we be on stuff like that. Like, yes, bitch, and I'll be down for whatever. You call me like, "Girl, you trying to do some hood rat things?" Which don't mean nothing, but probably go get some damn wine and get drunk together. I'll be like, yes, right, do a little twerking, blast some Cardi B or something, like. But I'll be down for anything. Like, yes, come on, let's do it. Okay. Let's go.
So to wrap this up, what is one piece of advice that you would give to someone who has trouble making friends?
I would just say, be yourself the purest way. What attracts people to you will attract you. Like they say, nothing will ever miss you that's meant for you.
Period.
If that friendship is something for you, they'll be attracted to you. You'll be attracted to them. The vibe will hit off. Cool. But if everybody is a judge at the end of the day. No matter if we had a conversation with the person just walked in a room, you know what you will want to hang around and what you don't want to hang around. I mean, birds of a feather. I said
flock together.
Birds of a feather flock together. So you definitely want to be that type of person that you will want your friends. Like, just
KJ.
I would say be genuine and be understanding. Like, everybody got their own things going on. So that friend might not be able to pop out with you every time you want to pop out, or do certain things you want to do. It might not like doing certain things you want to do, but that don't mean that they any less of a friend. You got to kind of be a little understanding with other people. They do have a lot going on, and sometimes friends go through things where they don't want to talk. Like, you have to be understanding of that. Like, don't take like stuff like that to heart and like, oh, I'm not fucking with her because she acting funny. She don't want to go out. Like, it's just like, just be genuine and be very understanding, because we all going through different things.
Period. And then for me, I would say just be willing to relearn your friends. Just because you've been friends with somebody for a very, very long time does not mean that you still know them, because as we grow and change, our friends do too. So, like, just be respectful of that growth period and realize, like, what areas you need to adapt in and grow together, and just, like, be a better friend. Just because we don't have to be perfect friends, but we do have to be good friends. You feel me? Exactly. So that is what I would say. So to wrap this up, we want to shout out Mouth Sauce. We want to shout out Enlightening Eye Wine Company, our wine sponsor. And we want to shout out our lovely listeners for rocking with us.
And I want to shout out Mia, too,
and
for putting us on to the circle.
She definitely put us on to the transaction circle.
He was like, wait a minute, we going to talk about that, girl. Yes.
Yeah, she definitely put us on to the transaction circle. So we definitely want to shout out Mia as well. And until next time, this is Soule Sister Podcast.
All right. Bye.